is another message that I'm doing today before I leave the park. I come here, get my little walk on, get my fresh air, and so I don't be looking, I don't be looking my best, but that's besides the point. This is a message, and the message is titled, "Don't listen to them, they were wrong." Now, as I'm talking, I'm going to give you guys a better view because this isn't about me. This is about the fact that you guys just need to hear the message, okay? And so I'm giving you a view of these trees and a view of, okay, the park, okay? So as I'm talking, hopefully you guys hear this message, okay? Don't listen to them. They were wrong. You all know somebody, you all know somebody who told you this was not a good idea, who told you this doesn't make sense. We all know somebody who told us, hey, what are you doing? Why are you even doing that? For real? Really? And they had something negative to say, or they had a negative comment, or um, they gave you a feeling of doubt. Even if they didn't give you a feeling of doubt because you felt strongly about what you were doing, they were trying to instill this feeling of doubt in you. They were trying to cast doubt over something you were doing. And either it was because they were being a hater, or because they really didn't see your vision. But in most cases, I'm feeling like this had everything to do with they just did not clearly see your vision. People are not always going to understand everything it is that you are doing. They are not always going to have your vision. Some of you already had far, like vision so far ahead, it was already clear to you what something was, or what you knew the potential of something was or is. Some of you right now may be experiencing that. Whenever you come to this video, you didn't come to this video by accident. It wasn't a coincidence. This is something that you need to hear. Universally, you were led to it. You were meant to hear it. I'm picking up on something for somebody. I even know what it's like, what it feels like. Sometimes you're going to get somebody who will literally think they know it's better. Uh-oh, let me put do not disturb mode on. You got some people who will think they know what's better for you. You got some people, they think they know what's better for everyone. If you're working on something with somebody, uh-oh, you guys. Oh, the view. I'm sorry. Let me put the view back. Okay. That's not the view, though. Sorry. Had to put do not disturb mode on, you guys, because somebody was interrupting the message. And that may be something else that y'all may be going through. Is somebody trying to interrupt what you're doing, or somebody trying to distract you, or something trying to distract you. Okay, or something may catch you off guard, and it may be distracting to you in some form, whatever it is. Okay, don't let it catch you off guard. Prepare yourself, and if you have to respond to something catch you off guard, just go ahead, quickly do it, and then get back to what you were doing. Stay focused. But whatever you do, don't listen to them. And don't let anything throw you off your track. Keep going. And for those of you who you already listened to somebody else, you probably already know right now that they were wrong. But I'm here to tell you, even if you're not there yet, and you got people trying to discourage you right now, don't listen to them. They're wrong. And how you will know this message is truly for you, besides the fact that you found it, is the fact that if you have been feeling strongly in your gut, deep down in your heart, if you literally feel like somebody is hating or something on you, or if you really feel like somebody, they truly do not get you or get what it is you're doing, or they do not see your vision, then this message is for you. Okay? Sometimes you have to go with what you feel and what you know. If you are still, and can I say something right now? I'm talking about all this, and there's a ladybug that appeared on my fingertips and on my phone. Okay? That's good luck. So whatever this is you're doing, there's what that's one more sign that this is going, whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is you're doing, whatever path it is that you're on, even if things look a little iffy, even if something catches you off guard, even if something, even if somebody is trying to discourage you or whatever, or you're starting to feel discouraged, okay? Because you also need to know, don't listen to those voices in your head, you guys. Sometimes we have doubtful voices in our head, and they'll tell you negative things and have you fearing that you can't do this, or have you thinking it ain't going to work out, or something's not going to work out right, you know? But the fact that that ladybug just appeared out of nowhere and was walking on my fingertips and on my phone as I'm giving you this message, that's literally telling me that you are on the brink of, you're at the tip of your success. Literally. You are literally right around the corner from it. Something is about to work out for you, something is about to succeed. Some people may even come out of the woodworks, literally just out of the woods, just out of nowhere, out of just, you know what I'm saying? You don't even see it coming until you see them coming. And don't let them catch you off guard either, because they don't even know where they're going. And they're just going with the flow, and they're trying to figure out what they need to do and where they need to go, and what they, what path they need to be on. Don't let that trip you up. Don't let that get you confused either. If you know what you're supposed to be doing, to do what you need to do. And if you already knew what you're supposed to be doing, regardless of them knowing what they need to do, and if it puts you on different paths from each other, don't worry about it. Now, this message can resonate on different levels. It can resonate with whatever area of your life that you feel it resonates for. Okay? It can be about, your work, your career. It can be about, maybe even some goals you have. It can be about, your love life, anything, whatever it resonates for. You guys know how this message will resonate for you. You know how it's touching you right now. Sometimes people, they don't know what's even right for themselves or where they going. Okay, and you will get people, some of you will get people popping up literally out, like I said, out of the woods, out of the woodworks, and you don't even expect it. You may not even see it coming, but when you do, you're going to think it's weird. You may even question it, think it's a little odd, and they're going to look like they're coming in your direction, but yet they're still veering off. And then they're going to stop it where you're at. They may even look at you. And looking at you can mean a lot of different things. You may actually get involved with them or be dealing with them or whatever it is, but they may literally be watching you, looking at you, and then they veer off onto another path out of your direction. All still the while noticing you, watching you, looking, but then they may disappear. Okay? Because they found their own path. Okay? This can be people you're dealing with, people that are around you, whatever. Okay? People you may already know, or people you knew from the past, or people who you meet. Don't be offended by it. Don't worry about it. Like I said, don't let it confuse you. Don't let it throw you off. If something that somebody else is doing doesn't make any sense to you and it doesn't seem to align with you, and they don't align with you in any way, then it's okay. Let them veer off on their path because they don't even know where they're going and they're confused. Okay? That luck that you have coming your way for whatever message this resonates for you, it's going to stick with you. It's going to stick with you. Even if it looks like it's coming and going, it's going to stick with you because there's some sort of blessing that you guys are meant to have, and it's for you. Only for you. And everybody's blessing is going to be different for them. Nobody, no one particular blessing is going to be the same. If people walk out of your life or they walk away from you or whatever, let them do it. Don't fret none. They probably were not meant to be. Or maybe they weren't meant to be in this moment. So, I want to say this. I've already gone through what you guys have gone through, and to some degree, I'm still going through it, except I'm actually going through it in a different area of my life now. But the one thing I want to say is about a year or two ago, I experienced literally a friend, and not just one friend, it was a couple of them, but it was one in particular that I was working on a project with. And if you guys go back and look at my channel, you will see this video. I have a video talking about it, in which we were working on a project and it was showing a lot of promise. It was showing promise before this friend even hopped on this project, or I want to say hopped back on it with me, because they was on it from the very start with that one thing we did, and then it came to a halt, and it came to a halt for years before I decided, you know what, I think I should return back to this. I felt it in my spirit to do it. And sure enough, I did. You fast forward months later, I saw results from what it was that I'd done. And so this friend, they said, hey, I want back in on this. How you going to do it without me? I want back in on this. And I said, you sure? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, okay. Now I knew I knew it felt some kind of way about letting them jump back on this project with me, because I had a feeling they were only interested in doing so because they were interested in the success that they saw. I didn't really feel like they would have done it. They would have jumped back on this project had I had called them up and say, hey, you remember that project we started a few years ago? You want to jump back on this and do it? I don't feel like they would have taken it seriously. But true to life, to how people's nature can be, when they see something succeeding or they see somebody doing well with something, oh, they want in on it. They want in on the gravy train. And it wasn't a gravy train yet. It wasn't, but it was showing something promising that they wanted back in on. Okay? Be careful of people doing that to you. But so I let this friend jump back in on this project, and it was working out pretty cool. It was fun, working on this project with them. Good times, and we was making some progress with what we were doing. However, the moment things started to look like they were lagging, and like like we weren't seeing the kind of success we wanted with it, which that's to be expected. Everything is not always going to be working out the way you want it to perfectly all the time. Sometimes things are going to drag a little bit. But I knew the kind of project we were working on what we were doing, it was something special and it was something major, something big, something I saw a far vision for that could turn into something far more than what we knew. I already knew. I seen it with others, but I knew this definitely because of the chemistry we had. And even if I didn't let them back on this project, I knew it was something special, even if I just did it myself. But I knew this was going to work out really well. But it required consistency. It required actually being willing to put in the effort and actually being passionate about it. It actually required, you know, more than anything, consistency and actually having a passion for it. This is something that I saw that this friend was lacking with it because they didn't hop on the project for really the right reason they should have if they really wanted to. And I saw that. I saw that before. So I wasn't surprised. I was disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. They weren't passionate about the project the way I was. They didn't even have the faith that I had in it. They didn't even have the vision that I had for it. Because they were more interested in the success and what the success could bring, but they didn't want to put in the work. They didn't think it was worth it. They didn't feel invested in that way. They weren't passionate about it. And they even tried to cast doubt my way and speak negative things over me, saying, well, I'm not this and I'm not that, and who are you to think that you can do this and it's gonna, succeed, and yada yada. It was absolutely crazy and absurd that I was hearing this particular friend say these kind of things, especially with the background that we come from, that we went to the same school and we majored in the same major, something that most people would say was kind of far reaching to some extent, the industry that we wanted to work in, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I couldn't believe that they were, out of all the people who knew what it was like to have people cast some sort of doubt on your dreams and goals, was doing this to me. But it was the devil working through this friend. Ooh, I gotta switch my view, y'all, because something just came by making all that loud noise and throwing all that smoke my way. Like I said, things gonna come by and catch you off guard sometimes. But like I said, this person should have known better than to be throwing the negativity and casting doubt they were doing. But you can't let people discourage you like that. So I'm be honest with you, it caused me a lot of disappointment. It caused me to be pretty upset, frustrated. Now go back to the view. Um, and it literally also caused me to spin into a depression that I really did not expect to happen. Oh, I did not expect that to happen. So you guys have to be careful of that, because you never know how somebody else's negativity can literally affect you. You never know how somebody pulling out on you or dropping out of the game with you, who you was hoping was going to, run this marathon with you, you never know how it's going to affect you. But if you see the red flags from the start, that somebody is there for the wrong reasons, for aesthetic reasons, superficial reasons, for appearances, for, they there for when it looks good. They're there for, the success. They're there for when you look like you're doing well, whatever it is. They're there for whatever it may be that is superficial or aesthetic in any form, or whatever. If they're superficial for any reason, run and just politely decline. You don't have to accept everybody's offer. You don't have to accept everybody who shows an interest in you or takes an interest in you or in what you're doing. And I'm saying it this way because this message is going to resonate in different ways for different groups of you, okay? Whatever area of your life or whatever topic this is this resonating with you for, okay? Um, you got some people, like I said, they're there for all the wrong reasons. They're there for the long as that ride, is fun. But when it gets a little hard or something comes up that looks a little less promising or whatever, or, if it comes down to it now looks like they need to put in the effort to keep things good or to keep things going or to see more growth in the situation or in the project or whatever it is, you know, sometimes people they clunk out on you at that point because they really weren't that invested in the first place. They were literally there for the ride, for the fun, for whatever it was that they thought they were going to get out of it. And the moment they realize, oh, they got to put in time, they got to put in effort, they have to be consistent, they have to consistently show up for this. They gotta put in effort. They gotta do their fair share or whatever. They gotta have the same passion or the same faith. You know what I'm saying? Some they gotta have the same dedication. Some people they can't do it, and you know what? Let them walk. Let them walk. And if it disappoints you, it's okay. You're human. Allow yourself to experience those feelings, those emotions, and go through the motions so you can release it and then let it go and move on and move forward to better. But don't listen to them. Don't let anybody tell you you're not this, you're not that, you're not good enough, you ain't qualified, that you need to be doing more, that you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, especially when they not doing what they could be doing. You know what I'm saying? Um, because essentially they're wrong. And if you've already gone through this, you probably already know by now the same way I know they're wrong. They were wrong. And they still gonna be wrong. Because you had a vision, they didn't. You saw something, they didn't. You saw the potential, they didn't. You were willing to put in the work, they didn't. You had the passion, they didn't have any. You were true, they were not. You had faith, they lacked faith. They were superficial, you were real. You know what I'm saying? Um, Everything ain't for everybody. Everyone ain't for everybody. Because that same project that this friend dropped out on, that I knew was going to do well, I'm looking at the progress it continued on, whether we continued on or not. Now, I still continue to put forth an effort with this project the best I could through my disappointment in it and my depression in how things quickly went for a turn dive with working on this project. Because see, it's hard for me to, I already felt passionate about the project, and then one of my good friends who I consider to be a best friend joined me on it. And if you're lucky enough to ever work on something that you're passionate about and one of your best friends is working on it with you, so it's a good time. This is like, it's fun. It's like having a dream job, right? And then when they drop out, you're like, dang, man, it just doesn't feel the same. But never give up. Take your time and get back to it. I continue to put my effort into the project, and I'm going to continue to put my effort into it because I watched it over the past couple of years continue to grow, regardless of that person believing it or not, regardless of that person not contributing to it anymore, and regardless, even if I wasn't able to put the same energy into it as I did before, I still push through and maintain, still putting some effort into it to at least be consistent enough to keep the project alive, to keep breath and life into it through whatever disappointment, depression I was going through over it and other things going on in my life. This person would be surprised to see how a lot of the things we do on that project is now showing promise, and there are people who have given so much positive feedback on it. One of the things we did on it gained some notoriety by another somebody else who's on another level with what they're doing, and that says a whole lot. Even if they're a hater, if your hater is on a whole nother level of success with what they're doing and they acknowledge you, even if it's not in the most, even if it's not the compliment you, and they're doing it in a rivalry way. You know what I'm saying? Because when you find a rival and they on a whole nother level with it, that means they see you as a threat. That means they see what you doing and they say, "Oh man, I see you. Oh, I don't. I'm afraid of what you're doing because you about to come up here and make things hard for me. You competition, literally." And that's exactly what it was. A rival, a rival giving note to what we did because they felt threatened by it. They saw a competition and they said, "Oh no, we can't have this." And it put a even bigger light on what we had already did. It brought more attention to the project, which helped even more gain notoriety for the project and more success for it. Now, it's not on the level of the vision that I have, but it's definitely got it on the path to going there. Meaning I'm seeing progress that this project was on the right path. My vision was correct. Because God does not put a false vision in you. He won't do it. But the devil will try to swoop in and use other people or situations and things that may catch you off guard to literally discourage you. Because when you're doing something good, the devil will literally interfere and try to discourage you and try to throw it off, trash it, do something to piss you off. So if you got a lemonade stand and you trying to sell lemonade and your lemonade is popping, it's good, and everybody's lining up to buy your lemonade, the devil will get mad and say, "Man, this lemonade stand is doing really good, and they about to expand and have like 10 more lemonade stands all across town. I gotta go knock their lemonade stands now, or I gotta go put something in their lemonade or ruin their lemonade." And the devil literally try to do that, or spread lies and say, "Yeah, they lemonade got pee in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink that lemonade. It's got pee in it. That's their secret ingredient." You know what I'm saying? And it's silly. As silly as that sounds, that's literally how the devil plays dirty. And that's literally how the devil works. And the devil works through people who are already insecure and people who are superficial and people who were never there for the right reasons in the first place. People who are misguided, people who they don't have the vision. So they doubt, and the devil will sit on their shoulder and use them and say, "Yeah, I want you to feel negative about this situation and this person or this project or whatever, and I want you to express that to this other person. I need you to do that for me." And if people are weak spiritually, if people are weak minded, if people are feeble minded, if people are once again superficial, aesthetic, or they not real, or they already got negative energy, or they low vibrational energy, they are a prime target that will come in and will try to destroy your groove, destroy your mood, destroy your faith, destroy your vision, discourage you, you know? And the devil even confirmed that they feel that the devil even confirmed that they see that you bound for success, and it's a threat. It's a threat to tearing you down and mankind and anything that God has as a big vision for you in the world. Because I got even more confirmation through a family member who, on random occasions, especially when they were drunk, would say the craziest things to me. And the number one thing they kept saying to me was, "You think you something special. Oh, you think you doing something. Yeah." Or they say something like, uh, "You ain't you ain't on my level. Oh, you trying to compete with me." That's just weird stuff. And I'm looking at them like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? And I'm looking at them like they're crazy because, like, what are they talking about? And I'm thinking it's just the alcohol is making them say this crazy stuff. But no, people forget when people drink alcohol, You know why they call alcohol spirits? It's because it allows spirits to, it lets your guard down and it allows spirits to use you as a mouthpiece. It allows spirits to use you as a puppet and have you do crazy things and say crazy things to people. And I realized, oh, that's the devil again. That's that demon speaking through, once again, somebody else that I was close to and not no longer close to anymore. And speaking that same thing to me, that, oh, you a threat. You competition. You oh, you doing something and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And trying to discourage me or trying to say something crazy to me or trying to be a distraction, trying to discourage me. Like, no. And it took me a second, but like I told you guys in this other video, when you quiet your mind or you just sit still for a minute or you just release all the thoughts that are clouded up your mind and just allow your discernment to come through, allow God to speak to you, allow your angels to speak to you, you know what I'm saying, your spirit guides or whatever, allow your spirit to speak to you, because it's connected to the collective, it's connected to the creator, it's connected to everything. You will get the message you need. And it hit me, this family member, like my friend, was being used to deliver a message from the devil, the demon, whatever, because God has something that He put over me, several things that is a shining light. And this devil and these demons don't want to see me succeed with it, because I will use it for God's kingdom. I will use it to inspire people. I will use it to help others. I won't be using my success only for myself and those I care about, but also to help others. And that's how you definitely know the devil's going to come pick with you, and it's going to use different people. Even somebody I was involved with. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Somebody I was married to for so long was just the same way, delivering the same nasty repetitive message, trying to discourage me, trying to be a distraction. And then when I got out of that awful marriage, so like I said, somebody I was involved with that I'd known for a long time, they come in and out with fickle messages that are conflicting. One minute they encouraging, the next minute they're distracting, and then trying to be discouraging and say, oh, no, don't do that, do this. But then when I tell them I'm doing X, Y, and Z, they say, no, don't do X, Y, Z, do A, B, C. And I'm like, but didn't you say I should do X, Y, and Z? But they don't know I'm paying attention to them. They don't know that I'm paying attention to the fact that the devil, I know the devil's using them too to try to confuse me, distract me, and discourage me. They don't know I'm doing A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. I'm doing the whole alphabet. Because I was always taught, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And if you have more than one vision put into you by God or the creator, or whatever you want to believe in, the universe, if you have multiple visions and dreams that you see could go very far, and you have it in your spirit to want to do it, then do it. Because everybody not going to get just one dream or one vision. Some people are going to get multiple, and some people, they're capable of achieving multiple things. Some people, they have a jealous spirit and they want to think somebody's an overachiever, or they want to think somebody's in over their head or whatever. And sometimes you will doubt yourself, say, can I do all this? Or can I, achieve this or achieve that? Some things you're going to work on in increments. You're going to work on this a bit at a time, and then you're going to work on that bit at a time. Because everything can't be done all at once. So some things you're going to find that you're going to be able to switch over and do this, and then go switch over, focus, and do that. It doesn't mean that you can't do it all. But you do need to pace yourself But if you got the energy to full fledged, but don't burn yourself out, because at one point I burnt myself out. You don't got to do it all. If you can allocate somebody else to do it and pay them and hire them to do it or whatever, or get somebody to volunteer who really is truly on your team and they believe in what you're doing, then do it. Allocate other people to help you, you know, so that you're not burning yourself out. That's for those of you who are working on projects or businesses or other kind of career ventures or whatever, or if you got a family or something, whatever it is. But this message can resonate in different ways for you guys, okay? And by all means, you guys, if you are struggling mentally and emotionally through depression, anxiety, fear, hurt, pain, whatever it is, if you can afford to go see a therapist or a psychologist or a life coach, please do so. Um, You know what I'm saying? You got some places online like BetterHelp, and I'm not recommending them. I'm not They're not sponsoring me or nothing like that. I have checked them out before, but be careful because their billing can be a little funny. But they do offer discounts for those of you who need discounts based on your income. I did notice that, but otherwise their prices are generally affordable. Okay, um, you guys, if you got health insurance through your job or whatever, or just you paying for your health insurance or something, and you know it will cover you going to a therapist or a psychologist or whatever, go see them. Take care of that demon. Take care of it, get rid of it. And if you can't afford to go to a therapist or a counselor or a life coach or something to get you on track, then by all means go to a spiritual counselor at a church somewhere. Don't be afraid. Or pray. Pray. I'm a very avid, firm believer in prayer, you guys. Don't be afraid to pray. Okay? Now, you got some people out here, they don't believe in God, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. If you don't believe in God, then maybe my channel is not for you. Maybe it is, because maybe you still need the positive messages. But in all honesty, you guys, there's a creator out there. Something created this universe, something created you and me. And for you to believe that one doesn't exist, that's going to leave you lost, and it's going to leave a void and a hole in you. And it's going to leave you wide open for the devil to come in. Whatever it is you believe, though, make sure you have an understanding, because some people believe they're the creator. If that's what you believe, then understand that you have the ability to shut out the devil. You have the ability to, create your world how you see it fit, manifest what it is you want. But I'm an avid believer in prayer. Prayer does work. Even if you think it ain't working, it sometimes can take a moment, but it does work. If you want me to pray for you, put a comment below. Put a comment below and I will pray for you. Don't doubt it, I will. Put a comment below and I will pray for you. Type in whatever it is you want me to pray for. Don't be putting your real full name or anything like that on there. I don't need that. I can pray for you regardless if I know your real name and all that other stuff. I'm a very powerful prayer, okay? And I'm not making you guys any promises, because this is up to God, whatever God is going to do for you. But you got to have faith, because you don't have no faith, sometimes the answers don't get prayer. No, they don't get answered. If you more believe so in manifestation, then put your manifestation out there. There's a lot of ways to do it. You can speak it, write it, you know what I'm saying? Think it. Do whatever little rituals you want to do. Just don't do no crazy stuff. Don't do no devil worship, because I don't encourage that. No, none of that. But I'm just saying, don't be afraid to pray. Don't be afraid to meditate. Don't be afraid to manifest. Don't be afraid to go seek counseling and therapy or a spiritual advisor to talk to in some form, so that you could deal with the depression and the anxiety or the fears, the worries, the doubt, the pain, whatever it is, because those things are distractions to your goals and your dreams. Don't be afraid to try a holistic, natural approach with herbs and teas and medicine, natural medicine like vitamins and health supplements, and eating healthy and eating right and going for walks and things. See this walking path? I make sure I take and go for a walk every day. And if not every day, most days of the week, either, in the morning or in the late afternoon when it's cooler. Get that fresh air, get that sunshine. Don't hide from the sun. It needs you. You need it. Okay? Um, Spiritually balance yourself out. Listen to some guided meditations. Singing bowls, I think, are amazing. On YouTube, type in singing bowls and type in singing bowls for either chakra balancing or for whatever your issue or concern is, whether it's depression, anxiety, love, success, prosperity, abundance, whatever. And listen to it every day and just be consistent. Be there for yourself consistently. If you're there for yourself consistently, then you will see yourself come out of dark, hard places. You can lift yourself out of a dark place. You can lift yourself out of doubt. You can lift yourself out of fear. You can lift yourself out of a place of struggle. You can do it. You may not always have people who believe in you. You may not always have people who have any faith in what you're doing. You may not always have people who, trust that you know who you are and where you're going. And even if you don't know who you are and where you're going, you will find it. Everybody's not going to find that and get on the same path. Be careful of people who try to put you down because you're not where they're at, or they're not where you're at. Because you got some people who try to put you down because they're jealous of what you do, where you at, your lifestyle, and they don't understand it, and they judgmental. And then you got some people who they will try to put you down simply because they think you're not doing what they're doing. They will literally try to act like, oh, well, if you ain't doing what I'm doing and what other people doing, then you're a loser, or you not successful, or you're not this, you're not that. Please do not listen to people like that. People like that have an issue, and literally the devil is working right through them. They're low vibrational. You don't want to be around low vibrational people. The devil often uses them. Demons often use them, and they don't even realize it because they don't have the awareness to realize it. Sometimes the demons and the devil will use us and we don't even realize it. But if you be in low vibrational in any form, being negative or allowing other people to make you negative, because you got people who will trigger you. Be careful of people triggering you. Just don't allow it, you guys. Now, I didn't mean for this message to be as long as it is right now, but you guys, from now on, if any of my videos are long and you can see that, go to the top right hand corner of the screen, click on the three dots, click on the speed settings, and then put on 1.5x or 2x. And from now on, I'm going to warn you guys of this from the very beginning of my video. But you guys, there was something definitely for you to take from this video. There was an intuitive message, there was a spiritual message, there was an inspirational message, there was wisdom. So you didn't lose any time. You didn't lose anything by watching this video, even if you thought you did. Only watch these videos when you have the time, but there was something you guys needed to hear, and there was something I needed to say, and I felt it on my heart to do this. And I don't always feel this way, but I felt that I need to do this. So on the days I feel I need to do this, I'll do it. Feel free to check out the other videos on my channel. Some of the videos are readings. Other videos I have are actual videos with inspirational word or wisdom, or me speaking on things that people need to be aware of or whatever. You just go to the channel and click on videos and then scroll down and just keep scrolling, because and pay attention. You will see there are videos that aren't readings and tarot and stuff like that. All the videos in this channel are not that. There's even a, let me see, there's another, if you click on my channel and then click on the section past videos, I don't remember what that title was, there are folders in which I have literally organized the videos on the channel into different categories. And that's another way you can find all the inspirational messages or words of wisdom or whatever in the same folder. You'll know it when you see it. I don't remember what I titled it, but you'll know it when you see it. So that way you can find them a whole lot easier rather than just scrolling through the videos and whatnot. Okay, please feel free to comment below. Like I said, if you want me to pray for you or whatever, or if you just need to talk about whatever's going on with you, I'm gonna make sure to try to respond. If if it looks like I'm not going to respond, don't ever think I won't. Sometimes YouTube is late to showing me messages for whatever odd reason. Not always. Sometimes I catch them right away. Sometimes it takes me a good while to see them. Um, and hit the like button, you guys. Even if you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. It helps my channel out, and it helps the videos get out there, for other people to see it who may need to see it. And know that you didn't come across this video for no reason. Know that you didn't watch this for no reason. It was meant for you to see. And for those who know I may be talking about them in the video, get over yourselves, because this is bigger than you. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than me. This is literally something that, it needed to be heard by other people. And I didn't throw no names out there, so you don't really get to assume it's you, but some of you will know that I'm referring to you. But like I said, this is bigger than you, bigger than me. It was meant to be used as a positive example and a teachable moment. And hopefully maybe you'll learn about yourself and how other people view you so that you can make improvements on yourself, because everybody needs improvements. I'm not perfect, nobody is, but sometimes people, they're out here and they just not aware of how they are. They think they stuff don't stank and all that retardedness. I don't know. But know that we are all a work in progress. Nobody is perfect. Understand, nobody's perfect. We're all a work in progress. Until the day you die, we are all a work in progress. You know, only God can judge. Only Jesus can judge. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you believe in. Nobody really is in the place to be judging anybody. And I'm not trying to judge people. I'm just looking at how I see them from my perception and my view. And that's all that really matters. How do you perceive something? How do you perceive someone? And if you're seeing it as clearly as it is, don't ignore it. Those are red flags. Now, if you're possibly seeing somebody in a light that you're not sure if you're seeing them correctly, once again, pray and discern and ask for discernment on who it is that you are in question about, and their character and their behavior and their actions, and ask God, the universe, angels, whatever it is you believe in, to show you truly confirmation of what you know you're seeing, or to prove you wrong and show you, okay, maybe you're misjudging someone, their, in terms of their character. Maybe you are, being negative yourself, or to show you, okay, no, what you're seeing is what you're seeing. This person has been low vibrational around you and being negative, and not being so nice, and they letting the devil use them. And this is where I have to get from this spot because a spider showed up. Be careful. All right. Peace, y'all. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, that wasn't